I recently just defeated the Ice Court in my Chaos Dwarfs campaign, and so it's fitting that the first rank match I get after that is against the Ice Court, led by Mother Ostankya, however, on her chariot here. They also have that nasty artillery, Little Grom. They have a regiment of the Griffin Legion, heavy cavalry, and then they have a couple units of ambushers. A lot of shooting, obviously. Kislev, pretty much every unit has shooting. They got those ambushers. They got Regiment of Renowned Streltsy over there with those rifles, and then a bunch of armored Kossars. I wanted to make some kind of just more fun armies. Zatan's my favorite, and I like using him or just like a sorcerer as my general. But I wanted to break out Astragoth, uh, and I just kind of threw together what I thought would be a fun army to use. And what would be more fun than a bunch of artillery? So I have 2 Death rockets and a magma cannon. I brought back my 3 units of Orc Laborer Chaff, 2 units of Hobgoblin Archers, unit of Warriors for Astragoth's Bodyguard, my Bull Centaur Toruk, and Bull Centaurs. The cheaper ones, no great weapons this time. And this, you see that little Grom over there, this is going to be a lot of long-range artillery skirmishing going on in the beginning of this battle. One reason why I love the Deathstreaker rockets, though, with the multiple ammunition types they have, the single target ammunition is actually quite accurate. As we can see, they're doing a lot of damage to Mother Ostankya already. Almost got her down to half health already. He does well with his micro, though, and he eventually starts dodging the shots. And also with that little Grom between that and Ostankya, my artillery is going to be taking a beating. I send the Toruk up just to kind of try and zone her out along with the Hobgoblins, because if either of those units get on her, that's going to be real bad news. But yeah, I finally send my Magma Cannon up. I've probably waited a little too long to return fire at the little Grom, but that thing's going to get taken out. So now is when he's microing Ostankya and dodging those rockets. So I believe I just put everything on Little Grom. Yeah, and Little Grom should be too slow to dodge the rockets, so that thing's going to get taken out. Magma Cannon broken, but that's okay. That's the cheapest of the artillery. So here he gets very aggressive with Ostankya, which I think was a mistake. I don't know, how much she was going to accomplish. And with how accurate those Deathstreaker rockets can be with their homing, any little slip up can be very bad, and lets the Toruk get a little too close. Big hit from the Toruk, along with some damage coming in from the Hobgoblins there. Little Grom is going to finish off that Magma Cannon, but like I said, that's the cheapest of the artillery. Deathstreaker rockets have really won me over. I love how versatile they are. And he is starting to move his forces forward now. Little Grom is down. Deathstreakers have plenty of health left. Gotta put a bunch more damage on Ostankya here. One more hit and she's out of here. Unfortunately, I noticed this spell after it was almost over already. Put a lot of damage on that rocket launcher. And here come his units. So these Hobgoblins do great. I'm not sure how they compare in cost to these Kossars, but I focused them both on that unit of Kossars, and they deal with them very well. So, I mean, Hobgoblins are cheap, so that's a good performance as far as I'm concerned. Oh, yeah, she's gonna break soon and be out of the fight. I don't think she's gonna contribute much more. He did well working with what he had with her and the little Grom doing damage to me with the artillery skirmish, but I think he stuck to it a little too long. I think he should have committed his forces sooner. I guess he really didn't want to march across the battlefield. So we got this big block of 3 armored Kossars advancing here, which is worrisome, but Ostankya just broke, so I'm going to turn the Deathstreaker rockets on them. Hobgoblins, a lot of them are dying now, but that's fine, whatever. The only thing I really want to keep alive are the Bull Centaurs and Astragoth. Ouch. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so yeah, my Torok's not going to do much other than that big hit he had on Ostankya earlier. They use some ability on there to stick him in place, and then he just gets kited a lot and shot to pieces. The Bull Centaurs, however, they're going to do a lot. Oh, yeah, good luck. Good luck, Kislevites. In go the Orcs. Eager to not have to endlessly toil for the Chaos Dwarfs and finally get some fighting for once. Moved up Astragoth and the Warriors so that they're ready to go once the Laborers have tired out his units a little bit. I guess he had a bit of a miss with that spell, but I had a pretty bad miss over here too. I put down a Hellhammer in it in a pretty bad place. Laborers routing, but Kossar's getting tired. There's that hammer. But more importantly, Astragoth! Oh, yes. I was really surprised to see how nimble he is with those mechanical legs, man. He can do a lot with those things. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was epic. I gotta use him more. That'll probably be my next campaign. So Bull Centaurs probably worked out not having the great weapons, but having the cheap ones that have shields, because it's going to give them some protection against these Kislev ranged weapons. Griffin Legion is breaking and running. Bull Centaurs are just so strong. They're just going to handle whatever's over here. They do end up taking a lot of damage, getting bogged down. But, yeah, they're going to handle it. Flaming Sword cast by Astragoth to power the Warriors up. And so I believe it's pretty much over at this point. Ostankya's over there. She isn't off the field, but she's got like no health. If she gets close to the fighting, she's just gonna get scared and run away. Obviously, like my cheap stuff, my Hobgoblins and my Laborers took a lot of damage, but I don't care about them. Astragoth is fine. My Warriors are fine. Taking a lot of damage on the Bull Centaurs, but they're still holding pretty good. And he's running out of stuff. Yeah, I should have micro. Ooh, that's a nice Hellhammer. Double whammy from the rocket launcher there. Ouch. Yeah, they're out of the fight. As the Hobgoblins rallied, I sent them back in to keep doing more range damage. They're just getting great value for me in this game. And so, yeah, the only thing he really has left is not much. So that's about it. Go, Astragoth! He's so funny. I mean, awesome. Yeah, so like I said, I think he committed to the artillery skirmish a little too long. Against all that artillery and with the accuracy those Deathstreaker rockets can have, any little mistake is really going to hurt. Excellent. So this little Kislevite rebellion against the dominion of the Thrathzar has failed, even though it's in the desert. Don't worry about that. Don't believe your eyes. Well done, Astragoth.